Okay guys, so today I am coming at you with a very hefty June TBR. I am feeling very ambitious. You can see the stack here. And usually in the summertime, I'm more of a slow reader. And that's because I'm always at the beach, I'm always at the pool, and I don't spend the entire day, not even the nights, reading because I'm so tired from all of the summer activities. But I am pushing myself this June to really read. I'm pushing myself, and I'm also pushing myself to read new authors. So I'm gonna have a lot of authors that are new to me. They might not be new to you. I also have a few like super popular, like TikTok-y type authors that I've like stayed clear of, but I'm trying to see like what all the hype is about. So we're gonna get right into this here TBR, okay? We're gonna get right into it. And you know what? I had it in order and I was not expecting to drop the entire stack. I don't know why I thought I could really just like pick up this stack, but that's what I thought. That's what I thought. And it's all right. So I actually have 16 books on this TBR, not to mention the fact that I'm still reading Beach Read from 2 weeks ago. We're not gonna talk about it. We're not gonna talk about it. The first book on my TBR is gonna be Whiskey River Season 1 by Shantae. And I actually have never, ever read a cowboy romance. And I do have like an idea for a video of maybe only reading cowboy romances for a week. Let me know if you guys wanna see that, because I feel like cowboys and summer just go together. That's my mentality and I'm sticking to it. That's what I think. So I actually picked this up because Shaughnessy read this, I think like a few months ago actually, and it was on my radar, and I got it like 2 months ago, and I never read it. This book here actually features fake dating, small town romance, and I die for a small town romance. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I live in a small town when I'm reading one. So I think this is perfect for summertime because small towns just feel summery to me. Like they're more interconnected, everybody knows each other, it's very family oriented. So this is supposed to be two people who are dating to actually further their own causes, and that unfolds into an actual romance. So I'm excited to pick this one up, and also it's pretty short. It's only 235 pages, which is great if you like feel yourself getting into a slump or you really need to like meet your goals. Short books are it. Next, I have like a newer book that came out, Left of Forever, and this is a second chance romance where two people who used to be married are coming back together. And I don't think I've read anything similar to that whole concept since I read Before I Let Go, and that book was absolute perfection, like just absolute perfection. I've never read anything like it, and the fact that this has that same concept really intrigued me. This is supposed to be about them coming back together and addressing all of the emotions and feelings that connect them together. So I'm gonna read this one. Next on my TBR is Pretty Girls, and every time I saw this cover, it reminded me of the cover on The Lovely Bones. And I don't know if it's like The Lovely Bones for grown-ups. That's the only way I can describe how I thought about the synopsis of this book. It's a psychological thriller filled with family secrets, and I haven't been really reading mysteries or thrillers because the closer I get to summer, the more I move into romance, even though I'm not like 100% romance girly, but I definitely move towards that when the summertime hits. I literally have been looking to pick this up for at least a year, and I've been really needing to add thrillers because that's what keeps me out of a slump, by switching between genres. And yeah, I'm interested to read this one. Next, we have Curvy Girl Summer, and I mentioned this in one of my videos, and one of you guys was like, no, you need to read this book. This is a good book. So I finally picked it up, and after reading Can't Get Enough, I was like, I need more plus size representation in my life, because I did not like how, you know who was talking about our girl Hendrix in that book, and I wanted something light and fluffy, so I did pick this one up, and I'm so excited to read this. And this author I've never read before, and she has another book coming out this month. So I was like, I need to read this to see if I really like her writing so I can get into the new book, which is called Plus Size Player. And the cover on that book is so phenomenal. It's a beautiful cover. So I'm gonna read this, and it's supposed to be about like self-love representation and all of the things, and like I guess it's like unexpected how the two main characters actually end up feeling about each other. So I'm gonna read this one thanks to y'all. Next we have Problematic Summer Romance. And Ali Hazelwood is one of those authors that you will see all over TikTok, all over Instagram, all over YouTube. And I have never, ever read anything by Ali Hazelwood. Not one time, not like I've looked at the cover and walked right past it. But I went to the book retreat. When I tell you I saw at least 3 copies of this, I was like, okay. So in real life, I know people who are reading this. It's an age gap workplace romance. Now, age gap is not necessarily my favorite because it makes me feel kind of like weird. It kind of gives me the ick a little bit. I think the last age gap I might have read was Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. And I don't know, I was like reading it and I didn't know how I felt about it. And so I wasn't sure. So I'm gonna read this one, and I'm thinking of doing like a whole video of popular authors that I'm reading for the first time, and I wanna have this book in there. Next we have It's a Love Story by Annabelle Monaghan, and I love the way that she writes. Now, I've read 2 of her books. I think the only one that I haven't read is Same Time Next Summer. The thing is, I love her writing. But I had one book that I absolutely loved and one book, the plot, that I did not love. It wasn't her writing. It was just like, there was some parts about the character that if she would have tweaked it a little bit, would have made me feel better about what's happening in that story. And you know, like I might put the little sticker thing so you can watch that video. It's Nora Goes Off Script. I really did not enjoy that book, but I do enjoy her writing. So I want to read it. So this book is supposed to be about a romance writer who doesn't necessarily believe in romance herself. And I actually really love reading stories like that, kind of like First Time Caller, because it shows that there's the ability for everyone to truly find love. And I'm a heartless romantic, so this is definitely super beachy. And her covers are like the most summery thing ever. Next, we have The Love Simulation by Etta Easton, and she wrote The Kiss Countdown. And I just felt like it was perfect for like that fluffy, not too overly complicated writing that you need sometimes to not end up like in a reading slump, or maybe you're just on vacation or on a flight and you just want something that's gonna keep you in your habit of reading. That's how I felt about her writing. It was super duper cute. She's a Black author who's writing about STEM. So if you enjoy Ali Hazelwood, which I believe like all of her books are women in STEM, then you should definitely pick up Etta Easton because she's also writing about women in STEM. And this is supposed to surround a woman who is like this genius coder, and she creates an AI boyfriend. And she's starting to be in love with her AI boyfriend. That's what I got from the synopsis. AI is taking over. Now, y'all might have saw this one last month. I did not get through my May TBR like at all. Like it was the least amount that I read, but this is supposed to be Grumpy Sunshine, and it does feature grief and healing through grief. And I just don't think that I was prepared to read it. And so I put it off, but I do want to add it to my TBR this month. I did read her book Ready or Not 2 months ago, and I liked it. I didn't love it, I liked it, but I saw a lot of people love this one, so it is still on my TBR. Next, we have Dark Matter, and I have been meaning to pick this up because Kalila always talks about how she likes this book. If you don't follow Kalila, you should. She's so sweet and cute, and I love watching her videos myself. But this is supposed to be a man who is taken out of his reality and put into another reality, and then he's trying to make his way back to his reality. And I don't normally read books like this, but I actually really do trust her book recommendations. So I'm looking forward to reading this one. Now we have The Love Lyric by Christina Forrest. And this is the last book in the trilogy featuring the neighbor favor and the partner plot. Now, I really enjoyed the neighbor favor better than I enjoyed the partner plot. So I'm hoping that I really do enjoy this one. Her romances are very cute and fluffy. And if I'm correct, if you're not like a spice person, I think they're fade to black. I think they are. I can't remember. It's been a while since I read them, but this one features two creative rivals to lovers, and it's supposed to be like a second chance romance, and they're in a competition and all of the things. So if you're more of a fluffy girly and you don't want to have too much spice, this would be good for you. Fake it till you bake it. This is also on my TBR once again, but if I'm correct, this is the complete opposite. I think this one is very spicy. I'm trying to remember. I think this is very spicy. I think I watched something where someone was like, the cover threw them off because it was so much more spicy than what they thought. So I am gonna add this to my TBR again. And this one here is gonna be your fake dating, opposites attract, trying to like, I think rebuild their reputation and, or something like that. But yeah, this one I believe is super duper spicy. Y'all tell me, because obviously I haven't read it yet by the time I post this video, but tell me if it's spicy so I can be prepared. Again, we're adding All the Sinners Bleed to my TBR. I was not able to get to this one, and this one features a sheriff in a small town who's actually working on uncovering the layers of like systematic racism that are in the town. And I think this is actually being turned into a show because it's been so raved about. So this is on my TBR again. Y'all gonna get mad at me, but Brooklyn's on my TBR again. So I started reading this when I went to California on the airplane, and for some reason I just wasn't feeling it. Not that it was the book's problem, it was just the premise of the book. I was like, I don't know, I'm not processing the book. So I am going to try and read this again. I only got to page 5, so I'm just gonna start it over so I can like get the, you know, the full view. But this is on my TBR again. Now I'm going to talk about Hurricane Summer. So this is on my TBR, and can we talk about this cover? She's beautiful. This is a summer cover. Like that's a beautiful cover. Like honestly, it's a painting. I would hang this up in my house. That's a beautiful cover. Hurricane Summer is a book featuring your coming of age family drama. And I saw a lot of people, I think it was last month, talking about this. I had never seen it before, and they were giving it 4 and 5 stars. So I was like, yeah, duh. And this book is featuring a young woman who is going to Jamaica, back to her family, and facing a lot of family trauma and issues. And that's like basically what I got out of it. But I don't know if this is YA. It might be. And the author, y'all look at her. What? I know. I started this book, I want to say in the beginning of April. And then I never picked it back up. But the whole Honey and Spice, and then book 2 is Sweet Heat, is giving complete summer vibes. It's giving complete summer vibes, and I need to get through it. And this is like a fake dating with enemies, and then they fall in love. So if you can't tell, I like enemies to lovers. But yeah, I'm going to get through this one, I promise. Oh, also I plan on actually listening to the final installment that is as of now for Finley Donovan. I'll put that here. Finley Donovan Digs Her Grave. And it features something that has to do with Miss Haggerty's house, which is the lady directly across the street from her. I love the Finley Donovan series. I will always recommend that series. I'm supposed to actually go meet El Casimino tonight, and I just will always recommend it. It's a good time. It will definitely like clear your brain. It just feels like I'm literally in a Netflix series. So I plan on listening to that on audiobook this month. So guys, I'm still dropping the books. I have 16 physical books, not including the book that I'm still reading from last month, which would be 17 physical books here on my TBR that I'm hoping to get through. I don't know if I can do it with all the kids and just all the things trying to be out and about, but I can be ambitious, can't I? I feel like I can be ambitious because I don't know. It's just like, it's the same thing every month. I have all of these hopes and dreams, and I think last month was probably my lowest reading month. I actually messed up. I did like a short video that said that I read 4 books. I actually read 5. I forgot to put on there that I read Audrey and Bash Are Just Friends. So last month was my like smallest amount of books that I read. That was 5 books. Usually I'm somewhere between like 8 and 15 books a month, but that was okay. But this month I'm trying to come back strong. I'm trying to come back strong and read like I read before, and I'm so mad. Actually guys, I want to give you guys an update. I'm actually enjoying this. So the fact that my whole mind was jumbled in the beginning of the book, I'm really actually enjoying the romance. I'm enjoying the buildup. And I just want to say that I almost feel like her newest book was almost like a copy and paste, in not a good way, of the outline of this book. Because it's like the 2 authors, they're writing, they're falling in love, but the character development in this book was so much better. I believe the romance, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Like, I just didn't believe, like, I didn't understand how we got from where we, like, from the beginning to the first spy scene. So I actually am really enjoying this book. Am I enjoying it as much as Funny Story or Happy Place? I would say probably not as much as Funny Story, but I think I like this one better than Happy Place. And I actually really liked Happy Place, and I gave that one 5 stars. But then I'm like, but I don't feel like this is a 5-star read. I'm not done, so I don't know. It doesn't mean, just because it's not a 5-star doesn't mean I can't like it more than Happy Place, I guess. So anyways, I digress. That's like a whole nother video. I don't know why I'm doing that. But anyways, so for my 17 books in the month of June, we'll see what happens. And until next time, guys, happy reading.